Let me highlight a number of dangers that accompany the sin of self-pity. Number one, the sin of self-pity leads to other sins. The sin of self-pity leads to other sins. Let me list a number of them, again, not exhaustive. A number of the sins that accompany the sin of self-pitying. Murmuring is one such follow-on sin that accompanies the sin of self-pity. When we come to say things like, why me? Have I not been faithful? Have I not suffered enough? What is God doing? Does He care? Self-pity often leads to murmuring against God and comes to question His goodness and His fairness. Another sin is pride. Pride is fueled by self-pity. You see, self-pity can be a form of inverted pride, where we come to exalt our own sufferings as being more significant or being greater than other people's sufferings. Another sin is a sin of bitterness. Unresolved self-pity can fester into bitterness. Esau was bitter when he learned that Jacob had deceived their father Isaac in order to receive the blessing that Isaac intended to give Esau. And as a result, he hated Jacob and determined that after the father was gone, he would kill his brother. Bitter brooding caused by self-pity can lead us to seek vengeance or harm against those who have mistreated us. Envy is another sin that arises out of self-pity. You see, self-pity compares our lives with others and their perceived blessings in light of our hardships, and that can lead us to become jealous or envious of others that we perceive whose lives are running much more smoother than ours. And so we become envious of such people. There is the sin of ingratitude. It can accompany the sin of self-pity. We forget to be thankful for what we have whenever we come to focus on what we do not have, and that's what we often focus on when we are pitying ourselves, what I don't have, instead of thinking about what we do have. And the fountain of thankfulness dries up. One preacher said, self-pity, if left unchecked, can grow into a cluster of soul-damaging sins. And that is true. Few sins, if any, occur in isolation from others. And we must always be aware of that. Other sins come on the heels of self-pity. Another danger that arises from self-pity is that self-pity shifts our focus away from God and puts it on to us. When we come to wallow in self-pity, it becomes all about us. Me, my, and mine. I don't know about you, but I can only look in one direction at one time. And do you know what self-pity does? Self-pity turns our gaze inward instead of upward. And we're constantly looking at ourselves and our troubles. We're not looking then to the Lord, who's able to help us in our troubles.